Alrighty, welcome back to Rogue Trader. Here's some wicked laughter now, and the higher ups in this dump must be going mad. We're in the sewers. There's people here that aren't trying to kill me.
Faith leads you along your thread, as it leads me along mine.
Examine this.
We both serve him in our own way. So,
Baleful
why do I
giggling
see
coming
such
from behind
worry
you.
in your eyes whenever you look at me, Amic Argenta?
So there's something around here.
By
Okay.
different means. I kill those deemed guilty of heresy by the exalted.
Examine. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have done
We
that.
share a bond, but I will triumph.
Start battle. Do that. $16 damage, feels big. Is this like a mini boss battle? This is kind of cool. If I jump there, is that going to do friendly fire? It's not.
The shadows will see it done.
Okay. Okay, you just got inflicted with bleeding.
Tried and tested tactics are the best.
I guess we're just killing everybody down here. Let's endure.
Indeed.
Hold on.
Show me what you've got.
Are these guys on our side? Are they on our team? Let's do this.
I'm in, maggot.
Felony, let's get you another turn over here.
It will be done.
You never really hit that shot anyway, it's fine. That requires 2. Can I hit all 3 with this somehow? No.
Blood-soaked tribute. Let's get to it.
Let's get to it.
I don't know if they're attacking me or not. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over here. I'm just gonna fucking kill them all.
Not a servitor.
I don't know if they're on my team or not. I can't really.
I'm afraid not.
Why is that unavailable?
Hold on.
Scared yet?
I don't know if you guys are friendly or not, man.
A dance of blades and shadows.
Herald of Tazik. Okay, now everybody there is against us.
I will leave footprints of scarlet.
Deliver us.
Here we go.
One fewer target.
Okay.
At your beck and call.
Parried that. Well done.
Out of my way. Let's get to it.
That was lame, dude. That was lame, bro. I need you to die. I'm gonna do something that could be considered bad. Damn, I can't move forward anymore. Do that. I'm just gonna stand in this little blue circle. No reason, really.
Let's make it quick.
Let's just do something like
As
that.
the Emperor commands, with you, my Emperor!
I hate to do it. I hate to do it to you, but I'm gonna hit you with it again.
Duty demands.
It's just so easy to just demolish you all.
Show me what you've got.
Let's get to it.
Let's get to it.
I'm gonna do it to these guys running down here too.
Death comes in silence. Death is a blessing.
Kill that one. Do we want to do a jump? No, let's do that.
I bring mercy and retribution.
God, she's so cool, dude.
Hold on.
Just ending turns. Waiting for this to be her turn, and then I'm just gonna do this. I don't know if these guys are good or not. I don't know if I'm just straight murdering innocent people here. But I don't really have a choice. So is it your turn? Yeah, you run up here. I'm literally just skipping everybody's turn. I just need Cass and Kabil to win this.
Try to die with grace at least.
So the good thing is, if we look at our inventory here on Cass, I don't know, it's not loaded. It's just not loading properly. So it doesn't really matter what the good thing is. Dude, you're gonna die next turn.
Out of my way.
Really?
I feel nothing, fear nothing.
Cass, let's bring you up to here. Let's just do this again. Get rid of all these guys.
As duty demands.
Then Kibble, do captive thing. Run here. Kill him.
I am your blade and shield.
Another level up. Yes, Pascal, you are quite good, if I'm being honest with you. You are quite good at what you do. What do you do? I don't know. You like debuff the enemies. Nobody's really been strong that we've had to use your abilities against them. That is going to change. We are going to start having to do harder and harder fights. I mean, some of these fights have been hard. Should do those level ups.
I tread a path
Let's do this.
unexplored.
Let's do these level ups. You know what, actually, oh, force weapons. I don't think you're using force weapons. Psychic barrage. Whenever the psychic uses a damaging psychic power, you don't really have any damaging psychic powers, bro. I don't know if there's something I can do to fix that. Psychic powers with... Can we get some different psychic powers? Go back. Do biomancy. Does that give us some more stuff we can do? Each level of psi ranking provides a psychic access of a new level. Oh, okay. Yeah, we need to do psychic... We need to do that, yeah. That's going to give her access to more power. He says unsure. That wasn't a really good level up for these guys, if I'm honest. Who is this? Archetype soldier. Do no heresy. Yeah, let's do get back in the fool. Can I? Deals 15 to 34 damage. Okay. Damn, okay, she has some crazy stuff. All enemies are -2 to their willpower and toughness. Okay. I feel like I want to do Walking Nightmare. And then Mastery of Time. Whenever an ally... Yeah. Whenever an ally gains an extra turn, and where people like so... That stacks pretty quickly. Because Felony offers an extra turn and she offers an extra turn. We'll just do joint analysis on him. And then maybe... Does he have heavy armor proficiency? Let's have a look. If he has heavy armor proficiency, we'll put him in heavy armor. No, he doesn't have heavy armor proficiency. I accidentally, on my other playthrough, the dogmatic playthrough, I grabbed the Stealing Forge on a character who is not even, on my main character, who's not even close to getting heavy armor, dude. Like, if we look at this guy, right? If we look at his show characteristics, you need 45. This guy needs another 15 strength, which is what my main character needed. Plus ballistic skill and dodge reduction with plasma and weapon. Cool. I'm hoping to give this guy plasma weapons. Plasma or metal weapons, actually. What's her... Also affects her skill. Yeah, I think I need her to just be tough. And let's get her good at medicate. Is that everybody? That's everybody.
Intriguing.
Talk to the governor. Welcome.
The world trembles beneath my
Governor's
feet.
bodyguard. Are you a governor's bodyguard? You
Dark
are.
green, gloomy and stifling, fills this space like dense fog. The people here are drained, exhausted, bewildered.
Touch this thing. Force access. I'm just gonna grab all this information just in case it comes up in conversation. I'm not reading it all. We're gonna have to do a lot of reading here, I imagine. Oh, just sneezed really badly. God, of course, he opens up with just a bunch of gibberish, doesn't he? Welcome to my temporary headquarters. He knows my right-hand man. He's not even my right-hand man. There's like 2 people that are higher ranked than him as far as I'm concerned. One's the Lady Navigator. What an honor. I thought House Oroso would grace our world with a visit. I only wished I could have received you under different circumstances. House Oroso is grateful for the support you have provided Iraq v these many years. This woman, she's your bodyguard, I presume, or is she here too? Oh, he's looking at Khabib. That's the other chick I was talking to. I'm not seeing the convoy I sent to meet you. What happened? Did they fail to find and escort you? If that is so, I promise to see their punishment will be swift and severe. The convoy was ambushed and massacred. The only Surviving soldier turned out to be a traitor who was personally executed by me. That is an outrage. I will have the personal vetting procedure changed immediately. The slightest suspicion will be grounds for arrest. Your ladyship, before we proceed with discussing the matters that are of interest to you, there's a question I feel compelled to ask. It was only recently that Lady Theodora was the head of House Velantius. I'm gonna fuck that up. I've received no word of her demise. How is it that you are the rogue trader? I should be the one asking the questions. My esteemed predecessor died at the hand of cultists. May the Emperor incinerate their souls. Our ship was attacked, Theodora was killed, and I claimed my inheritance. Rogue trader von Valentius slain. Unthinkable. Please accept my deepest and sincerest condolences. Do not hesitate to let me know. Commerce 60. I need a fresh crew to replace those killed in the attack, and I need material compensation. We just gained +2 profit factor. That's huge. Of course, your ladyship. You'll be compensated for any losses, and I'll see personally to that your ship's filled with the finest goods from my personal reserves. Why? Excellent. Your ladyship, a rogue trader, has no use for leniency. I can offer you several thousand fine obedient servants. However, I am sad to inform you that I won't be able to do so until we've dealt with the insurgency on this planet. I'm sure you won't have to wait long. The rebel will soon be punished for their heretical scheming. I wish to commend the courage of one of your officers, Sergeant Malgair. He and his soldiers valiantly defended the starport. The sergeant who managed to impress a person of such a noble standing will be recommended for decoration. I told him I'd look after him. I'm also looking for a guy called Heinrix von Karlox. I do. Master Van Karlox have left for the hallowed, damn, that's a big word, in the ancient monastery of the Adeptus Mechanicardis. I don't know what his objectives are. Needless to say, insurgent activity has been observed in the monastery's vicinity, but I suppose the stupidity of a problem for the agent of the Most Holy Inquisition. Besides, I've already sent a small detachment of reinforcements there. The weapon the insurgents were using to shoot down shuttles all over the city have been destroyed. Now nothing is preventing you from returning to your ship. If you wish to find Master Van Karlox, you should go to the Seer Oberon of the Adeptus Mechanicus. On behalf of the priesthood of Mars, I, Maglos, am officially instituting my participation in this operation. I must inspect the state of the relic and assure that there is zero risk of it falling into heretical hands. According to the Catechism of Maintenance and Operation, my tech comrades were supposed to lock the monastery gates against late people and activate traps. I deem it optimal that an ordained magos should provide his assistance. I'm too tired to be doing all this fucking reading, bro. I categorically object. As much as I respect the sanctity of your monastery, I have my hands on a whole capital that needs to be attended by the omniscient servants. We have lost many eminent tech priests. Incidentally, one of them perished in the same monastery. Mechanical failures could occur at any moment. Put it bluntly, you may consider yourself forcibly recruited into the city's defense force. This Magus is part of my retinue. You have no right to give him orders. You mistake me for a fool. I know that he arrived separately from you. I would have bet my life that no. So this is the negotiation technique you've resorted to. Do you think this is the first time I've been threatened with a weapon? No, but this could be your last. I'm heading to the monastery because I must. Is that clear? Abundantly so. It would be my pleasure to assist the omniscient servant in reaching the sanctum. Thank you for your cooperation, your ladyship. As compensation for your consideration of my request, I, Magus, blah blah blah, officially undertake to accompany you in the Rykad system in the role of bodyguard and protect you at all costs until your life functions cease, but only within the limits of the Rykad system. Your hominem. Glad you're alive. So this guy's kind of important, I guess. We should know more about this. I'm just going to skip this. I'm just telling about the monastery. Pascal was so secret about, special about this place. I've never been there before, but I've assumed that the sacred relic of the reactor is capable of great destruction. And should it end up in heretical hands, the fury of the free machine spirits, once released from the sacred circle, will destroy everything around. Okay, so there's a nuclear bomb or a nuclear reactor at the monastery. That's what I'm getting here. What has you perplexed about my companion's name? According to the reports we received, he set off for the hallowed Electrodynamic Cenobium a short while before it was stormed. I'm glad to find you are safe. Perhaps you possess information on Mastervon. My name is not Abel. I know nothing about such a person. What do you know about this Abel, Governor? Never met him in person. The esteemed Logis supervised the work of Rykad Minoris electromechanics for many years. However, he recently left his cyber chapel, and I've never had the honor of making his acquaintance. A true acolyte. Where can I get more information on this people? So I've got I would suggest that you inspect the esteemed sanctum, but it was destroyed by Revel, recovered several data crypts. Command post might provide you with some information. Why did he fly to the monastery? That seems suspicious. Okay, cool. My kingsman, Conrad, is he here? He's a traitor? Why, any family, however noble, has an unworthy scion or two. Naturally, we will surrender him if we find him within my jurisdiction. Unfortunately, I have no information regarding his location. We have a core here at the command center is connected to the data crypt. Yes, I went through it. Are you so confident you will crush the insurrection? Is that so? I'd like to hear reasons. The insurgents managed to steal a voxcaster and have been listening in on your people's communications. It's not much, but it's something. I will order an order of our equipment and see to it that our communications are more closely monitored going forward. However, it is only accidental success of an otherwise disorganized mob of heretics who have no understanding of the art of war. The insurgents are using arch enemies' artifacts, enhanced lens to perform unholy sorcery. I've heard about these lenses. What makes you think they're enchanted? Any fool can light a fire with a magnifying glass. That's no sorcery. I can see that it is not in my power to convince you. Let's change the subject. Of course. Maybe if I found more information, he would have...
Power.
I want to discuss the insurgency on the planet. Okay, maybe I can find more information to convince him otherwise. I don't really know what information we'd find. Let's return to the void ship. Maybe if we come here earlier, there's more stuff we can... this. The Electrodynamic Cenobium, whatever the fuck that word is, bro. There's a boss fight here. We'll cover the landing strip, your grace. Okay. You do that, bro. Judging by the dead people's equipment, they were the same the warden's guns sent to aid the monastery. I'm feeling pretty confident with how strong the team is. Going into this building, it's going to be a big test. There's going to be some big fights in there. It's they're really going to... This game, it difficulty spikes pretty often. This is one part where I think it difficulty spikes twice in here, in my opinion. There's two kind of challenging fights, but the end of Act 1 is sort of like, it's definitely, I'd say, the test to see whether you're decent at the game. Especially on daring. There's a trophy to complete Act 1 without letting the boss destroy any of the ships, which is... It's very, 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 very difficult to do. I will say that. It's very difficult to do. So I think this is going to be a little bit of a challenge. But we've got a decent team going together. I mean, the Blade Lady, to be honest with you, is...
Guide my strikes true against the heretics who have encroached upon these halls. Let not one villain escape the God Emperor's retribution delivered by our hands.
Man, you talk a lot. I agree.
Hues are so vivid, sister.
Examine this body. Can you hear me, Tech Priest? Let's praise the... I don't know what this is. Okay, he gave us all a buff.
There is a fervor in my soul.
What buff did he give us? 50% armor against shock damage.
The world will bow.
Interesting. People are using electro weapons. Are these somebody
Your
we can talk
resistance
to?
is naught but ashes.
You've been ambushed. Start the battle. Let's move you forward and just
Faith
focus on
without
killing
deeds
this
is
guy.
worthless.
Fortunately, thanks to that little buff we got,
I will do my duty.
we don't really have to worry about shock attacks.
An offering of blood.
Now, I kind of want to get... Oh god, yeah, they're kind of mixing in with us. This is going to be a little bit annoying to deal with then, I think. But they are also super close to us, and we have somebody who likes close combat. Can I move Pascal over here?
Running binary override.
Do that. Kabil, I would like you to move over here. I would like you to do
I
this.
will leave footprints of scarlet.
I would like you to do this. I would like you to do
As
that.
honor ordains.
Then I would like you to jump. Do big damage there. Can we get you to jump again? No. That's fine. Cass. To be honest, Cass, I can't just... let's see, what does this one do again? Oh, just like massively... Let's just finish this guy off. 21. No, we wouldn't have been able to kill that other guy. Let's do this. Get her to kill him.
Killing brings me no pleasure.
It brings you pleasure. I really don't believe that it doesn't bring you pleasure. She's so good, man.
I've suffered worse.
Let's swap over to this. Do this.
I won't waste my time on that.
What's this one? I can just make her significantly stronger. I can then do that. I can then do this to Pascal. And I can then do his strong attack. To be honest with you, we are really a melee focused group of people. I don't think you can do anything. Do I have a melee weapon? I don't have a melee weapon on you. I should give you a melee weapon
Commands, I act.
at some point. Yeah, this electro defense is so fucking big for us, it's crazy. Pascal.
The the Omnissiah.
Just killed 2 of them. So the guy over here, they healed. Which I'm not a fan of. Let's do that. And let's do this. Boom.
Come.
Boom.
The other side awaits.
Boom. And then let's hit you with In My Gaze. In My Gaze is so good.
I tread a path unexplored.
Does something...
What advice?
My ascension has only just begun.
Let's examine this. A massive force field. Let's open this door. Take everything. A data altar. Kindly remind me how the hymn goes. I don't know how this hymn goes. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be cheap again. I'm just going to look it up. Okay, we have the Omnissiah. We have the Arcane Key. And we have Immortal Reason.
Intriguing.
The guide said the wrong thing. Huh. Arc Rifle as a secondary. I know I just said we'd give her a melee weapon and then just decided 3 minutes later to just not. Let's go into this room here. Man, I can't do much more reading. I'm so tired right now. It's crazy.
I'm not satisfied with that answer. I will repeat my question again. The last Electro Priest you killed, where did you find him?
Burn in the fire of dawn, servant of the Corpse Emperor!
And another one meets the limit of his utility. The last of them.
Hey man. Interrogator Van Calox, I presume?
Yes. Well, since you know who I am, and are in no hurry to kill me, I infer that you serve the Emperor, not his enemies. Allow me to introduce myself. Interrogator Heinrix Van Calox of the Imperial Inquisition's esteemed Ordo Xenos. With whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
Rogue trader of felony.
Von Valancius. To the best of my knowledge, that dynasty is headed by the esteemed Theodora von Valancius. Has there been a change of circumstances?
Theodora is dead, slain in battle by the enemies of humanity.
The news is lamentable. My condolences. And I presume the heir to the sacred warrant of trade and the lofty title of Rogue Trader is none other than yourself. Well then, what precisely has brought you to the sanctum of the Omnissiah?
I'm here to collect you. I'm under orders from the Lord Inquisitor to offer my assistance you may require. And I'm to provide you safe passage to footfall aboard my ship.
Then the timing of our meeting is fortuitous. I am requisitioning you and your retinue for my task. Starting with her. You have provided exactly the kind of specialist that this situation requires.
Who are you pointing to?
I am the Domin's shadow. If she says the word, I will protect you. If she says the word, I will take you to the Undying One.
Requisitioning? Young man, your choice of words is unseemly to the point of insult. You're addressing a rogue trader.
I don't imagine you'll be any happier if I say taking into inquisitorial custody.
To aid his faithful servant in the fight against corruption is the solemn duty of all whose actions affect millions of the Imperium's subjects. Let your example guide those who will carry the Emperor's light across 1,000 stars.
You're familiar with the works of Inquisitor Alistar the Redeemer? Not every acolyte can say the same, let alone people less initiated. Please forgive my lapse in manners, Lady Navigator Orselio. It is a great honor. I came to Rykad Minoris on a mission, which a rebellion prevented me from fulfilling. The governor is convinced that malcontents from among the rabble were the instigators, but I immediately suspected a more sinister presence at the root of the mutiny. My visit to the monastery and a few unhurried conversations with some of the rebels confirmed my suspicions. Someone by the name of Aurora is leading the rebellion. Data indicates that the head of the cultists is here right now, in the sanctum of the ancient reactor. Given the prophecy of the final dawn, and the special efforts made by the enemies of humanity to seize the monastery, their goal is to gain access to the holy power source's control circuit and trigger a process that, once started, cannot be stopped. In other words, to detonate the reactor, thus being themselves the cause of their much-touted final dawn.
Blasphemous insanity.
All of that went over my head completely. Because I'm a psyker. Okay. I don't need any more psychers. Precisely what were you doing at the monastery?
I arrived here.
What did you do to him?
I convinced him to cooperate.
I can help you with Aurora. Let's join forces.
Regrettably, the governor's people showed themselves to be unprepared for the perils of this place. And extracting blade shards from a person's stomach is beyond my powers. I hope that I am positive that not all of the electro-priests within these walls have perished. The heretics spoke of shadows emerging from side alleys to make short work of the cultists invading their abode. I surmise that the entrance to their hiding place is somewhere in the hall, near a machine known as the Circular Cogitator. I imagine it's one of the local sacred relics which the electro-priests...
Cool. I don't want you on my team. I have to have you on my team. Pascal, you're out. Pascal has to stay. Oh my god. Abelard? You're out. Alright, but I think we'll end it there. I've been the Vipermost and this has been Rogue Trader. I hope you've enjoyed and I hope to catch you in the next one. Have a good one. Cheers.